Good morning, all. The Jocelyn Gray Avatar is back with your Sunday morning announcements. If you're with us on Facebook or YouTube, please subscribe to get notifications when we have new videos. If you're with us on Zoom, drop us a hi in the chat. We'd love to say hello back. If you're with us in person, hello everybody here. And if this is your first visit, please sign the guest book either in the lobby or online at oakcliffuu.org/guest. Today, our newest member, WithEric Wallace, takes the pulpit with Trust in a Binary World. We hope you can stick around after the service for Talkback, where we gather in a circle and discuss the sermon and related topics. At the same time, however, we also have Adult Religious Exploration with Sarah Rickey in the Charity Building, in person and on Zoom. Building Your Own Theology continues with Justice and the Beloved Community. What is our place in the world? Coming up this week, Monday, our anti-racist and anti-oppression group will not be meeting tomorrow because of Memorial Day. We'll resume on June 5th. All are welcome to join. The WCOC team sends a big thank you to all who attended the parish meeting last Sunday and voted to approve the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Initiative. Are you interested in being the congregational liaison to the DEI initiative team? This person would serve as the voice of the congregation to provide input in drafting the DEI material and as point of contact for the congregation to ensure follow-up on any of their questions or suggestions. Please email WCOC at oakcliffuu.org by June 5th if you are interested in volunteering. And thank you in advance. Tuesday. Teamwork Tuesday is back, beautifying our campus inside and out from 4 to 6 p.m., and there's always food. Thank you, Mavis. If you haven't walked around the campus lately, you should. And check out the veggie garden. Luke got it started, and Eric has been busy planting. And we also have a request. Does anyone have any extra tomato cages or mulch? We sure could use them. Look at those babies sprawling. Thursday, our Social Justice Ministry Reading Group meets Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. on Zoom, except for the third Thursday. The current book selection is the Anti-Racism Handbook. If you don't have a copy, please contact Mavis. And next Sunday, we have a guest in the pulpit, activist Michelle Jennifer Hess with My Body Is Not My Friend, a short biography of a transgender woman. Looking forward to that. Now, we have some sad news, glad news, and an opportunity. Johnny Chapman has stepped away from our Sunday morning coffee and snack service. However, she has been elected our new treasurer. So, we need 2 or 3 volunteers to help with coffee and snacks on Sunday mornings. Please see the e-blast or the back of your order of service for details. If you can help, please contact Rita at admin@oakcliffuu.org. We would like to avoid this, if at all possible. Okay, just one more thing to mark on your calendar. Our first Tuesday Film Festival makes its quarterly appearance on June 6th. We Are the Radical Monarchs introduces us to a group of young girls of color at the front lines of social justice. The film documents their journey as they earn badges for completing units including LGBTQ allyship, environmental preservation, and disability justice. More information about all of this can be found in the e-blast, our weekly newsletter that comes out every Tuesday or Wednesday. If you are not receiving the e-blast and want to, just sign up at oakcliffuu.org/e-news. One more order of business. We want to start recognizing member birthdays in the announcements. And today, that means, happy almost birthday, Emily Brock! That's it for now. Hope you have a great Sunday and rest of the week.
Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Oak Cliff. Here we gather in sanctuary where we're free to pursue our own unique and individual spiritual journey in an atmosphere of acceptance, compassion, and celebration. We seek to build a community where what you believe is less important than how your beliefs guide and inform your participation in the world. Ours is a community that values the inherent worth and dignity of every human being. We welcome you. May the light we now kindle inspire us to use our powers to heal and not to harm, to help and not to hinder, to bless and not to curse, to serve you, Spirit of love, compassion, and forgiveness.
And now in Spanish. Que esta luz que ahora encendemos nos inspire a usar nuestros dones y poderes para sanar y no para herir, para ayudar y no para impedir, para bendecir y no para maldecir, para servirte a ti, espíritu de amor, compasión y perdón.
We are about to enter a sacred time. We are about to make this time and this place sacred by our presence and intention. You all know this, but please turn off or silence your phones. And as you do, I invite us also to turn down the volume on our fears, to remove our masks, and to loosen the armor around our hearts. Don't take my word for it. Do it as slowly as you need to. If you take a little risk with these good people, you may find that they have the same human needs as you do. Breathe. Everybody take a big breath. Hold it and out. Let go of the expectations placed on you by others and those they taught you to place on yourself. Drop the guilt and the shame, not to shirk accountability, but an honest expectation of the possibility of forgiveness. Let go of the thing you said the other day. Let go of the thing you dread next week. Be here, in this moment. Breathe. Here.
Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you home when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in a winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you home when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and the rose in the winter time. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you home when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me. Come share a rose with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you home when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time.
In our community, we make time each week to share pieces of our lives with one another, our joys and sorrows. We do this because each person in this community has value. Each person's experience matters. We share our sorrow with one another today, knowing that sorrow comes into each person's life, knowing that together we offer comfort. Please share your sorrows publicly by posting them in the Zoom chat, or send them to our Facebook Messenger, or speak them aloud.
When when I breathe in. I breathe in peace when I breathe out. I breathe out love when I breathe in. I breathe in peace when I breathe out. I breathe out love.
We also share our joys with one another, knowing that joy comes into all our lives, knowing that joy calls unto joy, knowing that together our voices can rise in a chorus of celebration. Please share your joys publicly by posting them on the Zoom chat, or send them to our Facebook Messenger, or be prepared to speak them out loud. Ours is a covenantal church. Latin for come together. Covenant means a solemn agreement or a promise from the heart regarding a course of action between parties. The act of promising to walk together is the core of our faith. Simply put, it is a guide for the behavior we expect from ourselves and each other. We are bound together by promises that we make to one another, and we recite our covenant during every worship service. Please rise in body and or spirit as we recite our covenant.
Because we love one another, we honor each individual's spiritual journey. We celebrate life's abundance in service to each other, our community, and the world. We connect with each other in love, respect, and acceptance. Thus do we covenant together. And now in Spanish. Porque nos amamos una al otro. Honoramos el viaje espiritual de cada individuo. Celebramos la abundancia de la vida en el servicio a entre sí, nuestra comunidad y el mundo. Ponemos en contacto a unos con otros en el amor, respeto y acepción. Así que hacemos pacto.
Trust. Without it, no relationship can exist. No relationship. It's a hard thing, but it's a wonderful thing to have and to hold. But it's easily lost. Before I get into talking about trust, I asked my friend Dexter here to say a couple of words about what trust means to him. So I'm going to turn over the microphone to him for a second.
What I think of trust is the idea to not be afraid of what's yet to come, to accept the future, good or not. That's good again.
I really like that, Dexter. Accept the future no matter what. We have to trust in the future. So much is going on in our world that angers us, saddens us. But there's so much also that brings us joy and happiness and hopefully, occasionally, some peace. So, I looked up what I think is a really good definition of trust, and I'm not going to give you the source yet. That'll come later in the talk. But this is the definition. Trust is a fundamental concept that refers to a firm belief or confidence in the reliability, integrity, and honesty of a person, organization, system, or process. It involves the willingness to place reliance on someone or something with the expectation that they will act in a responsible and dependable manner. Trust is built on a foundation of mutual understanding, transparency, consistency, and predictability. It implies a sense of security and the absence of fear that one's interests, well-being, or confidential information will be compromised. Trust is often cultivated and developed over time through consistent and trustworthy behavior, effective communication, and the fulfillment of commitments and obligation. It plays a crucial role in personal relationships, professional collaborations, business transactions, and societal relationships. Now, there's one thing I think that makes trust very hard in our world today. We live in a binary world. This as opposed to this. LGBTQ as opposed to cis, het. Someone that identifies as the sex they were born with. And heterosexual. Race, black, white. Or if you're somewhere else, whatever race are at odds with each other. I know if you think of the warfare right now in Sudan that is so bad, I think there's some racism involved there too. Tribalism, kind of the same thing. But others as well. My examples that I had just left my head, so I'll leave it at that. There was, in the subject of race, recently, you may have heard about this on the news. I listen to NPR all the time, so I'm a nerd. And thank you, Kirsten, for listening to it with me the other day. There was a soccer player named Vinicio Jr. He is an Afro-Brazilian, and he plays now in Spain for Real Madrid. At a game recently, fans shouted out, I don't know the Spanish for it, but monkey. You're a monkey. Now, this is one of the best players in the world, and he's being heckled like this. You're a monkey. You're a monkey. And the president of La Liga, the Spanish soccer league, was asked about this for a response. And he said, we're not racist. Our league is not racist. Spain is not racist. We're not a racist country. There was a response I also listened to news briefings from Al Jazeera, and there was a response by a journalist named Moha Gerhu, who said that the racism is systemic, just like it is here. And the president of the Liga apologized, but Mr. Gerhu said, an apology is not enough. You've broken our trust. We don't trust you to have the league's best interests at heart. What we need more than an apology is a changed behavior. And that's important. A changed behavior is the best apology. Now, one that's personal to me. I am genderqueer and pansexual. I've talked about that before. And I've talked about this before too. There are not many places that I feel comfortable being myself. This is about the only place I feel that comfort right now. And that's trust. I don't trust people out in the world to have my best interests at heart. I do not trust them to love me. I trust them to hate me. And that's a sad feeling. I don't know, it's probably more than sad. It's deeper than that. I trust them to hate me. And it's not that way in other places. But it's not just that way. I don't want to bash on Dallas or Texas or anything like that. We are a red state. But I do have here. There are probably other places that I have yet to find. I explored Oak Lawn for the first time yesterday. There I felt comfortable. But by and large, I trust them to hate me. I don't like saying them as in it's us and them, because that's getting back to the very binary that I'm talking about. But I trust others to hate me. I want to trust to love me. I thank you for that trust I have in you all. But the key word in the definition, that long definition I read, I think the key word is relationships. Systemic racism, systemic hatred, systemic oppression for race, gender, any of those binaries can only be overcome by relationships. There's so much judgment involved when you think about the binary. You think about, I am white, I am better than you that's black. And it's just that extreme. Or, I am heterosexual, you're evil because you're homosexual, pansexual like I am. It's hard, but it's not impossible to solve, I don't think. There is hope, and that hope is in relationships. We have an opportunity to get to know our neighbors as people, not as a binary, their race, their orientation, anything. So, in relationships, I trust you all, like I said. We have a great relationship. And what I can hope to do, and can hope will happen, is I will find more people out there, maybe somebody that has a different opinion than I do, and get to know that person. And hopefully we can come to a point where we say, I value you as a person, even if we are different. Even if we are different. I don't like the phrase, well, I don't see color, or I don't see gender. No, that's not good. I do see it. I see your differences. I honor your differences. I am glad that we're different. So glad that we're different, because my life is enriched by your differences. Help me in trusting you and you trusting me, for me to enrich my life with your differences. We're not always going to agree with everybody. That's just part of life. We're not always going to agree. There are going to be some people that we can't reach the way we would want to. And to be honest with you, they're going to feel the same frustration because they can't reach us the way they want to. It's just part of that binary world. I think this, I'm entrenched in this. You think this, you're entrenched in this. And you get stuck in the binary, the judgments that come with that, rather than the individual. But getting to know the individual is how we start to break down the systemic. Trust in a relationship is so important. It's the only thing. If you don't have trust, you don't have anything. Something that very much pained me that I did not have trust in, and it's weird to say this because I wasn't trustworthy, sorta, was with the relationship with my parents. I did not trust them to not emotionally abuse me. I trusted them to emotionally abuse me. I lied to them a lot. I lied to them about agreeing with their values, doing what they wanted me to do, thinking that what they wanted me to do was good. I lied about. And there's not trust there, but it was a safety thing. I don't want to get bombarded, so I'm going to tell you what you want to hear. And they knew, so they didn't trust me, but I feel that the world would trust me, or a significant portion of it would trust me for doing what I needed to do to protect myself. Trust is important. Now, I said I would bring back the definition from trust and my source for it. Let me get back to my tablet here. The definition that I brought you from trust came from artificial intelligence. Has anyone checked out ChatRPT yet? Do it. Do it. I mean, regardless of what you feel, do it. I typed in, what is trust? It gave me that long definition in like that. But AI is not necessarily trustworthy yet. We saw recently that someone used AI to create footage of an attack on the Pentagon. There are what they call deep fakes out there. And Kathy, this is for you. Epistemology. I said it. I told you I would, and I did. This epistemology, the theory of how we know things. Can we trust AI? This is a complete tangent, by the way. I did this basically just so I can include the word epistemology for Kathy. But can we trust what we see? I think we'll get there to where we can, but like any important and tool that's a breakthrough, it's got its kinks to work out. It's got its opportunities to be corrupted. But we can get through that. Every new technology we can get through. Okay, end of aside. That's the aside. In a perfect world, this is a quote that I found, and I forgot to write down who said it. I'm sorry. But in a perfect world, trust is fostered with time and many conversations, with consistent and trustworthy behavior between people. Not groups, not here versus here, but me with you. Me with you. Me with you. Me with all of you. That's where the relationships happen. And those trusting relationships, those I trust you to be yourself, and you can trust me to be myself, and together we will build a relationship that honors both our differences and our similarities. Not our perceived differences from the binary world, the this versus this, and I hate this. No matter what, I hate this, and I like this. Trusting relationships are where the change happens. So that's my challenge to you. Find someone that is different from you, or you don't know that well. Have a conversation. Find the people that you can trust and try to foster it, nurture it, develop it. And in doing so, we can be the change. I know that's a cliche, but we can be the change. Thank you.
We traveled long, we traveled far to be right here where we are. Reach out a hand, no need to fear, 'cause all we need is right here. All we need, all we need, all we need is right here. All we need, all we need, all we need is right here. dark, but the day is bright. Together we can lift our eyes to all we love and we hold dear, 'cause all we need is right here. All we need, all we need, all we need is right here. All we need, all we need, all we need is right here. All we need, all we need, all we need is right here.
Join me in reciting the Widening the Circle of Concern covenant. We, the Unitarian Universalist Church of Oak Cliff, commit ourselves to the study and dismantling of racism and oppression within our congregation. We commit our congregation and ourselves to the work of anti-racism and anti-oppression. We commit ourselves to listening, to learning, and to action. When we fail, we commit ourselves to trying again and again. We covenant to begin this work and to continue until all of us can truly say that we are a beloved community of justice, equity, and compassion. Thank you. Our widening moment words today are by poet, artist, and activist Atina O. Danner. It is an excerpt from her 2022 volume of poetry meditations called Incantations for Rest. This piece is Litany of Oops and Ouch. And I chose this piece because in a lot of the talk that we've done about microaggressions that have occurred on our campus that we have seen or been part of in the life outside the campus, a lot of those things, the lack of trust is either a beginning of those things happening. It is definitely something that occurs when those things happen. It's like once you've stuck your foot in your mouth in this way, you've broken trust. And part of rebuilding that is being able to acknowledge those things. So I love this little piece that she has written called The Litany of Oops and Ouch. I receive your ouch with openness and curiosity. I receive your oops with acceptance and empathy. I offer my ouch with hope and trust. I offer my oops with humility and courage. I release my ouch with immeasurable faith. I release my oops with purpose. I release your ouch with promise. I release your oops with my eyes and heart open. Thank you.
Let there be an offering to sustain and strengthen this place that is sacred to so many of us. A community of memory and of hope, for we are now the keepers of the dream. Members, if you're contributing cash towards your pledge, please use the envelope provided and write your name on it. To text your donation, See the number on your order of service. For more options, see www.oakcliffuu.org/donate.
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. De ti yo recibo, a ti te doy. Así compartimos y vivimos hoy. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. De ti yo recibo, a ti te doy. Así compartimos y vivimos hoy.
I invite you now into a time of gratitude, reflection, renewal, and hope. What an unearned blessing to delight in the calming peace of this space, to hear the robin song again at daybreak, to feel the warmth in this room, and to enjoy the promise of summer, big-time warmth, almost upon us. Each moment of wakefulness has so many gifts that offer energy and delight, yet too often they seem unavailable, as the weight of our troubles press down on us. The threats to our well-being, real or exaggerated, feel like mosquitoes in the night looking for a place to land. Minds become captive to rising floodwaters, forceful, murky, threatening, ominous. Even in moments of great danger, the direction of attention is a choice. Fear can dominate the mind, binding it like a straitjacket, or love can unbind it and open it to resource and opportunity. The soil of the mind can be watered with kindness. The thorns can be removed one by one to appreciate the buds ready to flower. Great possibilities await us, even if all we can see is the cliff before us. The grandeur of life, of which we are a part, scatters rainbows in every direction, even as the deluge approaches. Holding reality and possibility together is the holy, hope-filled work of humanity, if we choose it again and again in love.
I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow in my soul. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow. I've got pain like an arrow in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul.
That, y'all, was wonderful. I am stunned by that. That was wonderful. Trust is holy. So I want to leave you with some words adapted from something that terminology or that's been part of my upbringing in the Christian faith. And I think it applies if we just change one word. May the Holy bless you and keep you. May the Holy lift up the Holy's face upon you and give you peace. That's not all of it, but my brain went blank.
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Extinguimos esta llama, pero no la luz de la verdad, el calor de comunidad o el fuego de nuestro compromiso. Estos los llevaremos en el corazón hasta que estemos juntos otra vez.